Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The DTC P0962 indicates a problem with the AT automatic transmission clutch pressure control solenoid valve A. This solenoid valve plays a critical role in the automatic transmission system as it controls the hydraulic pressure applied to the clutch packs, allowing smooth shifting between gears. The location of this solenoid can typically be found within the transmission assembly, closely tied to the valve body, which manages the flow of transmission fluid. When this error code is triggered, the vehicle's powertrain control module, PCM, detects an anomaly in the solenoid's operation, often related to an open or short circuit. It's important to note that this specific issue cannot originate from mechanical failures within the transmission. Rather, it is always an electrical problem. Therefore, when encountering DTC P0962, the focus of troubleshooting must center on the electrical connections and circuit integrity, rather than mechanical components. DTC P0962 signifies an electrical fault involving the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve A. The primary function of this solenoid is to regulate clutch pressure in the automatic transmission system, directly affecting gear shifts. When a problem in the electrical circuit is detected, the PCM prevents the vehicle from shifting into second or fifth gears as a protective fail-safe mechanism. In this way, the PCM safeguards the transmission from further potential damage resulting from improper operation. It's crucial to identify and address the electrical issue promptly to avoid extensive transmission failures and maintain efficient vehicle performance. Hence, understanding the relationship between the solenoid's functionality and the PCM's monitoring is key to effective troubleshooting. The possible causes of DTC P0962 primarily revolve around electrical circuit failures rather than mechanical issues. A blown fuse, specifically fuse number C31, can interrupt electrical flow, cutting off power to the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve A. Next, an open circuit in the IG1 VB sol line can indicate a break somewhere in the wiring connecting the PCM and the solenoid, leading to loss of signal or power, resulting in error code generation. Additionally, short circuits in the LSA line may cause grounding issues, thus affecting the solenoid's performance. Conducting thorough checks on these potential failure points is essential to isolate the root cause of the problem effectively. By systematically addressing each possibility, the technician can restore the vehicle's transmission functionality. One of the most noticeable symptoms of DTC P0962 is the impairment of transmission shifts, particularly the inability to transition into second or fifth gear. This malfunction can lead to a noticeable decline in driving safety and comfort, potentially causing the vehicle to operate at suboptimal speeds. Additionally, drivers may observe warning lights illuminated on the dashboard, alerting them to a transmission or engine issue. Furthermore, while driving, the vehicle may exhibit erratic behavior or feel like it is slipping during gear changes. Being aware of these symptoms is crucial for timely diagnosis and repair, preventing further damage to the transmission system. To ensure the vehicle operates smoothly and efficiently, it's essential to address these symptoms immediately. In the first troubleshooting step for DTC P0962, the initial action is to turn the vehicle to the on mode. This allows the vehicle's electronic systems, including the PCM, to initialize properly. Following this, you'll need to clear the DTC using the HDS, Honda Diagnostic System. This tool is vital for managing error codes and provides a communication interface with the vehicle's electronic components. After clearing the DTC, check for any pending or confirmed DTCs again. If DTC P0962 reappears, then the failure is confirmed, enabling the technician to proceed with more specific troubleshooting steps. Should there be no indication of DTC P0962, it may suggest an intermittent failure, prompting further inspection for any loose or poor connections in the circuit between the solenoid and the PCM. When moving to the second step in troubleshooting DTC P0962, you must first turn the vehicle off to ensure safety while inspecting electrical components. Subsequently, you will need to check fuse number C31, which is a 7.5A fuse located in the under-dash fuse/relay box. It plays a crucial role in providing electrical power to various components, including the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve. If the fuse is blown, electrical flow is interrupted, directly causing the symptoms associated with DTC P0962. After replacing the blown fuse, a recheck should be conducted to determine if the new fuse remains intact. If it blows again, this may indicate a short to ground within the circuit linked to the C31 fuse, requiring further examination and repair of wiring in that circuit to prevent future failures. For Step 3 in diagnosing DTC P0962, the process involves jumping the SCS service check signal line using the HDS and waiting for more than 1 minute. This action helps to reset and check the vehicle's diagnostic system for errors again. Once this is done, you will disconnect PCM connector A, which has key pin connections, crucial for communication between the PCM and the transmission solenoids. After disconnecting, turn the vehicle to the on mode and measure the voltage between specified test points. Confirming whether there is battery voltage between the designated test points is essential, as it indicates whether the IG1 VB sol wire is intact. If there is battery voltage, you can proceed to the next steps seamlessly. But if not, it points to an open circuit in the IG1 VB sol wire that necessitates further investigation. When assessing DTC P0962 in the fourth troubleshooting step, you will re-establish the connection with the PCM connector A after ensuring that you have noted the voltage readings. Once reconnected, perform the SCS line jump again using the HDS and wait for more than a minute. This allows the system to reacquaint itself with the connections made. Next, disconnect PCM connector B, another connection essential for proper electrical flow to the transmission solenoids. At this point, you will check for continuity between specified test points while the vehicle remains in the off/lock mode. This step focuses on identifying whether there is continuity in the circuit, meaning the wiring paths are intact. If continuity exists, it confirms that the electrical connections are sound and allows you to move on to further checks. In the fifth troubleshooting step related to DTC P0962, you will first disconnect the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve A2P connector. This action isolates the solenoid from the rest of the system. Following this disconnection, you will check for continuity between test points while the vehicle remains off. Continuity tests help determine whether there is any short to ground in the LSA, line solenoid A, wire running between the solenoid and the PCM. If a short to ground is found, you will need to repair the affected section of wiring. However, if there is no continuity and the circuit seems intact, that points to the solenoid itself being faulty, likely necessitating replacement of the secondary valve body with the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve A to restore normal operation. Moving on to Step 6 in the resolution of DTC P0962, you'll again disconnect the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve A2P connector. This step allows the focus to return to ensuring no open circuits exist within the LSA wire. Checking for continuity between specified test points while keeping the vehicle off confirms whether the circuit remains intact. If continuity is absent, this signifies an open in the wire that requires repair between the solenoid and the PCM. Ensuring all wiring is correctly situated is essential to restore proper function within the automatic transmission system. Should continuity be present, it confirms the wiring is intact, and the next steps can proceed toward confirming the function of the solenoid. In the 7th step of troubleshooting DTC P0962, you'll focus specifically on the continuity of the LSA-PG wire. This wire plays an integral role in grounding the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve A. While keeping the vehicle in the off-lock mode and the AT clutch solenoid valve A connector disconnected, you will check between designated test points. Confirming continuity here indicates that the LSA-PG wire is functioning correctly. However, if no continuity is found, it signals an open circuit or a poor ground condition that needs to be rectified. This might involve repairing the wiring from the AT clutch pressure control solenoid, valve A, to ground, or ensuring that ground connection G101 is secure and capable of supporting the circuit properly. In the final step of the troubleshooting process for DTC P0962, you will measure the resistance of the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve A between specified test points. This measurement occurs while the vehicle is in the off-lock mode, ensuring safety. The ideal resistance should fall within the range of 4.7 to 5.9 ohms. Should the resistance meet this criterion, it validates the functionality of the solenoid, indicating that the problem likely lies within the PCM. Conversely, if the resistance falls outside this range, the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve A is deemed faulty and requires replacement of the secondary valve body. Replacing the correct component is crucial in re-establishing the smooth operation of the automatic transmission. To ensure that the repairs made were successful for DTC P0962, a comprehensive test drive of the vehicle is essential. This real-world application will allow you to observe whether the automatic transmission performs as expected without encountering issues related to shifting. Following the test drive, it is also imperative to check for any recurrence of the DTC using the HDS. Confirming that the error code remains absent indicates successful resolution of the issue. In addition, the vehicle should operate smoothly through all gears, especially confirming that the transmission can effectively shift into second and fifth gears as intended. Such verification steps play a critical role in ensuring that the adjustments made have effectively restored proper functionality. Preventive maintenance is fundamental to avoiding future occurrences of DTC P0962. Regularly inspecting fuses, such as the critical number C31 fuse, helps ensure that electrical systems remain operational and free of interruptions that could lead to malfunctions. Additionally, it is advisable to check the integrity of all related wiring periodically, particularly in areas where they may be exposed to wear or environmental damage. Furthermore, keeping electrical connectors clean and secure will help minimize the potential for corrosion or poor connections that could trigger diagnostic trouble codes. By maintaining these components, vehicle performance can be optimized and the risk of recurrent issues significantly reduced. In summary, DTC P0962 centers around the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve A, indicative of an electrical-related failure that affects automatic transmission performance. The troubleshooting process underscores the importance of methodically verifying each component, starting from initial diagnostics through to the solenoid checks. Emphasizing electrical circuits as the primary source of the issue allows for targeted repairs rather than needless mechanical replacements, thus saving both time and resources. Effective troubleshooting may involve examining fuses, wires, and solenoid integrity, all essential actions in restoring proper transmission operation. By adhering to these diagnostic steps, technicians can ensure a systematic resolution to the error code, thereby enhancing vehicle reliability and performance. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.